back to KA MMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
I'm Andio.
And we are KA MMA, about to talk about UFC Abu Dhabi. This is a fight that's going to take place in the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. It's going to be Robert Whittaker versus Renier de Ridder. And we're going to talk about our early predictions and breakdowns for the prelims. And we're going to talk about who's in the prelims. No need to recap. If you want to recap, listen to my rant that I just did a video on about UFC 318. But we're going to get right into UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi. And the first fight is Martin Budai against Marcus Buchecha. Then we got Mohamed Yahya against Stephen Wynn. We got Ibo Aslan against Billy Elakana. Amanda Ribas against Tabitha Ricci. Damon Blackshear against Davy Grant. Muslim Salikov against Carlos Leal. And the main event of the prelims, Bryce Mitchell versus Said Nurmagomedov. All right, so we're going to start it off with the first fight of the prelims here. We got Martin Budai against Marcus Almeida, a.k.a. Marcus Buchecha. Who you got here, Andio, to start us off for UFC Abu Dhabi?
Okay, so here we got Martin Budai, who I think is the biggest heavyweight we got going for us in the UFC currently. Like, this guy cuts a lot of weight, took it down to his weight. He has that weird shape where he looks kind of triangular with his huge chest, and it gets thinner as it goes down. Kind of weird looking. And his game, man, I think, is to walk you down and push you up against the fence, like a fence push type of guy. Wear you out there and do some damage there. Maybe get you down, maybe not, but that's where he likes to be, right? And his size helps him do that. He's not very, he doesn't throw a lot of shots, but he's a huge guy. So when he does land a good one, you think it hurts more than the average guy because he's so big. And he knows his way down there also. The thing is, with Marcus Almeida, I looked into his background, and he is a very experienced BJJ guy with a ton of matches against a ton of really good competition. For example, his last fight in a BJJ tournament, it was against Gordon Ryan. He lost a decision in that, but Gordon Ryan is considered the best grappler in BJJ in the world today, if not of all time. I don't know Gi, no Gi. I'm not really that familiar, but he's really considered up there. I don't know how impressive it is to go to decision against him and not get finished by him, but nonetheless, he's fought great guys, not only Gordon Ryan, but there's a few names that have come up who are pretty good over the course of his career in that, which goes back to 2009. As for his UFC experience, not that experienced. However, the fight I did see was against none other than Umar Kane, who's better known as Rung Rung, and he went to a decision against him. He lost. That was his only loss. But if you've ever seen this guy, Rung Rung, he's a beast. In fact, Rung Rung is the guy who beat Renier de Ridder twice. And he's the only guy that beat... Rung Rung is the guy who beat the guy who beat de Ridder twice. And he went to a 5-round unanimous win against him, I believe. So anyway, just a little bit of history here. Just that match against Rung Rung shows me that he can take a beating. He's very tough. His grappling is definitely going to be on another level than Budai, although Budai knows his stuff down there. The thing is, will Budai be able to hold him against the fence and prevent from being taken down? I don't think so. I think eventually Almeida's going to get him down. He's also as tough as nails. So those are the two things that stick out, man. Tough as nails, great BJJ. Thing is, he has to get it down there. I think he will. Give me Almeida by submission or decision. But I think it's pretty likely he gets a sub.
All right, man. So, for me, I actually have to be in agreement here, man. I thought about it a lot. Martin Budai, man, this guy's fighting style, it's basically his ability to deliver significant strikes and effectively defend against them. He's known for his striking accuracy and takedown defense. You know, He emphasizes on his power strikes, getting guys in the clinch. He likes to throw power strikes at a distance. He's got effective grappling, but he's not so good when he gets taken down or if somebody gets on top of him. His game is more to keep the fight standing, get the guy to the clinch, get him against the cage, and throw those knees and throw those elbows.
Fence push, man. That's where he's going to win this fight, man, if he does.
Marcus Buchecha, okay, this guy's fighting style is by his technical proficiency and his ability to push the pace and stand up. He's known for his explosive and dynamic approach. He often takes his opponents to deep waters to complete takedowns and submissions. His game is highly technical. He's not afraid to stand toe-to-toe with world-class wrestlers and judokas. He's a 4th degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a multiple-time World Jiu-Jitsu and ADCC submission fighting champion. He's a member of the IBJJF Hall of Fame and widely considered as one of the greatest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitors of all time. So this guy is no joke. Plus, he's going to be in crazy physical shape. As you can see here in this picture, he's in way better shape than Budai. And he's a tall guy at 6'3", Budai 6'5". I'm going to go with, I'm going to take the chance on this guy here, Marcus Almeida, aka Buchecha. I think he gets the job done, man. I think he wins by knockout or submission. I definitely don't think that this fight's going to go the distance. I think that somebody is going to knock somebody out or submit somebody, and I think it's going to be Marcus Almeida getting the finish here. So we're in agreement with the first fight of the prelims. All right, let's move on up to the next fight. We got here Stephen Wynn. I found out that pronounce his last name. It's not Nguyen as I thought it was. It's Stephen Wynn.
I've always pronounced it Nguyen and never had a problem. Half the Filipino population is named Nguyen.
Yeah, well, this particular.
I mean the Vietnamese. Sorry.
This is a very popular name amongst Vietnamese people, and it's pronounced Win. So I found that out. Anyway, so Stephen Wynn, the Ninja versus Mohamed Yahya. So for this one here, man, I think that Mohamed Yahya sucks. Personally, I don't think he's good at all. He's got a fighting style that's basically he tries to adapt to various situations and various fighters. He switches stance and he tries to counter different fighting styles. He has decent striking. His approach includes like significant strikes, takedown defense, and submission attempts, but he gets hit a lot at times, and his significant strikes absorbed per minute is pretty high. So he takes a lot of damage, takes a lot of punches. I don't find him to be that good at all. Plus, he lost his first 2 fights in the UFC against the last one was against Cauê Fernandes, who knocked him out and with ground and pound punches. And then before that, it was Trevor Peek, who beat him by unanimous decision. Stephen Wynn, known as the Ninja here, this guy uses a boxing and grappling fighting style. He's trained in various martial arts, including Taekwondo, karate, and BJJ, and kickboxing. He's got very good striking, very good takedowns. He's got very good significant strikes at distance and power strikes in the clinch. And he's very versatile and adaptability in combat. And like he's like a ninja. He flies around there. He's very quick. He's got flying knees and kicks. And he's somebody to watch out for. I think he's able to beat Mohamed Yahya, even though he's in his hometown of Dubai there. I think he beats him up. I actually think he gets the finish. I'm going to go with Stephen Wynn by knockout or decision. I think he gets the finish on this guy. And if this fight does go to decision with the crooked, corrupt judges in Abu Dhabi, you never know, they might give it to Mohamed Yahya. I think Mohamed Yahya by decision might be something to play around with when we talk about the betting on Friday. But I'm picking Stephen Nguyen by finish.
Yeah, I just don't think Yahya's UFC caliber here. To me, his defense, his striking defense is pretty bad. That's how guys get through to him. So you mentioned his 2 losses in the UFC. He lost to 2 different kind of stylistic guys. Cauê Fernandes, more of a stylist, and they're more technical, and Trevor Peek, more of a brawler. So, he's getting beaten in every direction here. Nguyen, I like his kicks, especially his calf kicks. Not sure if he's going to be able to get the finish here, but I'm still going to have to go with Nguyen just because I don't feel Yaya is all there. And yeah, it's just that I don't know if Nguyen is the greatest finisher here. But I think it's possible that he does, but I'm still going to go Nguyen by decision 70% or knockout 30.
Yeah, well, if you look at Muhammad Yaya's 5 losses, he's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. That's why I think the KO sub prop is good for Stephen Wynn here. All right, so we're in agreement with the second fight of the prelims. Let's move on up to the next fight. All right, we got Billy Elikana against Ibo Aslan. NDO, who you got here, bro?
Yeah, here, I've never been the biggest fan of Ibo Aslan. I think I picked against him twice, or maybe not, but I know I picked against him once for sure. He's definitely going to have the power advantage over Billy Elikana here. He's a guy that comes forward. I find he's kind of wild. That's why my eye has always been out on him to be a guy that leaves himself with plenty of openings, especially with his wild shots, wild hooks, stuff like that. What he does have though that I do like are his leg kicks, which are very strong and powerful. A couple of those in the right spot can really make a difference in the fight. As for Ekalana, I like his volume. I like his kicks also. Everything he does is going to have less volume than Aslan, but everything he does is going to have more technical shine to it. And he's definitely going to have the crisper strikes, I think. But everything from Islan that connects is gonna hurt more. And the thing with Ekalana is that I think he would have more of a chance if he wrestled more with Ebo, because I think that's one of Ebo's weaknesses. But I just don't. I'm not convinced that he's gonna do it. But I often pick these technical guys over these wild, untechnical power guys, but I'm going to have to slightly lean with Ebo Aslan on this one. I just think he's going to crack him with a hard shot, maybe multiple hard shots, and just hurt Elikana and win it by a knockout or decision.
All right, man. So I'm in agreement, man. Ibo Aslan, his fighting style is basically his significant strikes and power strikes. He excels at all strikes at distance and has strong presence in power strikes in the clinch and on the ground. His significant strike defense is very good, so he doesn't really get hit hard very often. He has very good defensive capabilities. His takedown defense is good as well. And he fights with a blend of kickboxing, wrestling, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So he does know how to wrestle, and he does know also some jiu-jitsu as well. He just hasn't used it a lot in some of his fights.
Well, if you look at Ion Catalaba, he took him down and put him away and right away, really, so.
He's very versatile and he's very effective. He's very aggressive and dynamic. Now, Billy Elikana, his fighting style is also strikes, but he has good defense as well and takedown ability. He's got a lot of significant strikes. He's also got a notable percentage of significant strikes landed per minute. So he does throw a lot of fast punches and he lands a lot. His defense is also very impressive. He's got a high takedown defense as well. And Elikana's style is rooted in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, where he holds a purple belt. And he has adapted his techniques to excel in the UFC lightweight, heavyweight division. So basically, this guy is also good on the ground. But I think that Ibo Aslan is going to be the more powerful striker here. I think he's going to be bigger than Billy Elikana. As you can see here, his weight is 205 pounds to 200 there. He's also going to be taller as well, just by an inch there. But he's also going to have an inch reach advantage. I like Ibo Aslan in this one, man. He's fought a lot of fighters in the UFC so far. Anton Turkalj, Rafael Cerqueira, Jan Kutilaba obviously did finish him by submission.
He only has one fight, Elikana.
But Elikana has only fought once in the UFC and he lost, and it was to Bogdan Guskov who submitted him. So, who's also we're going to talk about later on in this fight, in this card. So I'm going to go with Ibo Aslan. I think he gets the job done. I say he wins by knockout or decision. Yeah, I think he's just going to be the more powerful guy there.
Yeah, maybe he's not going to be that successful of a middleweight in the UFC after this loss, going 0-2. So maybe we're looking at a weight change for Alicana coming up.
Yeah, exactly. And this guy, Ebo, all he has to do is not get submitted or taken down there, and he'll be fine because he has two losses by submission. So as long as he doesn't get submitted there, he'll be fine. He's never been knocked out, never lost a decision. All right, so we're gonna move on up to the next fight here. We got Amanda Rebus and Tabitha Ricci. Now, for this one here, man, this one here, I'm not going to take too long to talk about this one, man. These are very good lady fighters here. But I got to go with Tabitha Ricci, man. And I'll tell you why. I think Tabitha Ricci is the dog in this one here. She is. Tabitha Ricci is the dog in this one. So I'm going with my first dog of the night here, and I'm going with Tabitha Ricci. And I'll talk about it. Now, Amanda Rebus lost 3 of her last 5 fights, okay? She lost to Mackenzie Dern by submission, got armbarred. She lost a unanimous decision to Thug Rose. She got knocked out by Macy Barber by ground and pound. And the only person she beat in the last 5 fights was Luana Pinheiro, who she knocked out. And Luana Pinheiro, we know, is not that good. And Vivian Arroyo, she beat her by unanimous decision, okay? I'm liking Tabitha Ricci to get Amanda Rebus on the ground. Tabitha Ricci's wrestling is really good. She's got submissions as well. And she's a decision machine. You can see here she's got 7 decision wins out of her 11 wins. Her last loss was to Xiaonan Yan by unanimous decision. Now, Xiaonan Yan is way levels above Amanda Rebus as far as a fighter. But she beat notable fighters like Angela Hill by unanimous decision. She beat Tisha Pennington by split decision. She also beat Jillian Robertson by unanimous decision. And Jillian Robertson is a submission specialist and very good. And she's only losing to really top-notch fighters like Lupita Godinez, and that was a split decision. So, and Xiaonan Yan, like I mentioned. So I like Tabitha Ricci, man. I think she's better than Amanda Rebus. And I think she's being overlooked in this one. And at these dog odds for women's fights, I'm going to go with the dog Tabitha Ricci here. By decision.
Here I'm going with Amanda Rivas here. This has the makings for a close fight for sure. But here is why I'm picking Rivas and looking at them both and how they fight. I think Rivas is better at striking offense. And she's more varied in her striking offense and therefore more lethal. If she does get the finish, like she's more likely to get the finish that way than Ricci is, who is a decision machine. But Ricci's striking will get through because Rivas's defense is not as good, and Ricci's defense is better than Rivas's. As far as the grappling goes, I think Rivas is a better grappler as far as going for different subs, moving around there, transitioning into the next spot, while the Baby Shark here, I think, is better at positioning herself and maintaining the control. She'll look for subs too, but not in the same way that Rivas does. So I'm going to slightly lean with Rivas her to potentially do a little more damage than Ricci. I think the fact that her striking defense and the fact that she can get hit is not going to be as prominent against Ricci because Ricci just doesn't have that much power. So I don't think it's going to stop Rivas. I don't think she's going to knock her out that way. So even if she just gets hit a little, if she gets hit a little bit, I don't think it's going to have that much an effect. And I think she's going to play her, be able to play her game throughout the whole fight. So give me Rivas by decision or knockout. But probably decision.
All right, so we're in disagreement with this fight here. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. This is going to be a really good fight, man. I'm really looking forward to this one here, man. This is Damon Blackshear against Davy Grant. So,
yeah, it's me, I think, eh? Yeah. So, yeah, this fight could be kind of tricky. Because Blackshear, he's definitely more lethal on the ground. Like, Grant isn't bad down there, but I wouldn't expect more than 1 takedown from Grant in this fight. Whereas Blackshear, thing with him, I'd like him to see. I'd like to see more takedowns from him. I'd like to see him try to get those subs. But there's a chance with Blackshear that he won't even go for a single takedown. And I remember I had him, I think, the last time he fought to get a sub, and that wasn't even like a possibility at all, considering the way he fought. And he talked after that was a plan all along. Forget the ground game. So if he decides to strike exclusively with Davy Grant, he has more of a chance to lose, especially if it's that kind of more gritty boxing range, boxing kind of fight that Davy Grant fights. Blackshear is better in the ranged fighting, I think. His striking is getting better. But Davy Grant also has nice kicks. He has nice placed kicks as well to keep his opponent away. I say if Damon Blackshear applies his grappling more than he did the last fight, he should be able to win this fight, and I think he will, because I think he realizes that Davy Grant is dangerous. Also, Davy Grant, I feel, is not as old of a fighter as his age is, because he doesn't have that many fights. He's not as shop-worn. So he's still very lethal, Davy Grant. So I'm going to be looking at him. We'll see how the line movement is. But give me Blackshear by decision or submission.
Nice. All right. So we're in agreement with this one here.
I don't think he's going to stay 2 fights in a row like that and refuse to like grapple at all. Do you?
I'll say this: Davy Grant is a good dog play for betting purposes there, because the line is very, very wide here at 3.5 for Davy Grant, 1.3 for Blackshear. So he'll be on my dog list come betting time. But the pick is going to be Damon Blackshear. Damon Blackshear, man, this guy's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's known for his grappling and submission skills. He's pretty decent. He's shown improvement in his striking in Muay Thai. But this guy's known for finishing fights with submissions, like the twister that he got there that time, the rear naked chokes he has, and he's also has a lot of other submissions like the Kimura and triangle, and he's primarily a grappler. Blackshear has been working on his striking in Muay Thai, like his fight against Montel Jackson, against UFC in Denver, where he lost by knockout. He started after that to improve his striking, and we saw that when he fought against Cody Gibson in the fight afterwards, where he did a lot better in that fight. And against Cody Gibson, he ended up submitting Cody Gibson with the Kimura, but he was striking a lot better in that fight. And like I said, I like Damon Blackshear, man. He's very aggressive, and his ability to finish fights, especially with the submissions, is a big threat. Davy Grant, this guy is more of he's a blend of striking and grappling. He does also have some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills. He's also a very good boxer. And his approach is more striking techniques with takedowns and ground control. He's not a guy that really looks for submissions, but he likes to take you on the ground, get you down, and use ground control, use some ground and pound. But he's more of a stand-up guy that likes to keep it on his feet and get those strikes in and box. I think Damon Blackshear is going to get him down. I think he's better at jiu-jitsu than Davy Grant, and I think he's going to latch in a sub here. Give me Damon Blackshear by submission or decision. I think that you can see here the 4 losses from Davy Grant. 4 of them, his 7 losses, 4 of them have been by submission, 3 by decision. So I'm liking the chances of Blackshear here latching in a sub. Who was able to do it against Davy Grant again here? I'll just go back quickly. He got submitted by, where was it? Oh, yeah. Manny Bermudez submitted him with a triangle choke, and he got submitted by Damian Stasiak by armbar. So Chris Holdsworth also, a rear naked choke. So guys have been able to submit this guy.
12 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, but they've been able to submit this guy. So I think that's one of his weaknesses there. He does get submitted often. And yeah, give me Blackshear by sub or decision. All right, so we're in agreement with Blackshear here. But like I said, Davy Grant's a good dog. Let's move on up to the next fight here. And this is the co-main event of the prelims. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. So Muslim Salikov against Carlos Leal. This one here is a classic grappler versus striker here. Carlos Leal, I think they say, he's known for his Muay Thai striking, power punching. particularly uses his hands very well. He's very quick. He's got solid kicks and clinch work, including knees, and he's got strong finishing instinct, which I like. He's a guy that's able to finish people, unlike what's his face from last week there,
Oh,
where I was fucking pissed off at there.
Paulo Costa.
No, Kevin Holland, who couldn't get that finish there when he rocked fucking D-Rod. But anyways, Carlos Leal has finishing instinct, and he's got a background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His striking is more prominent, but he does possess a solid BJJ base, and he can defend takedowns as well. Muslim Salikov, this guy is a blend of Wushu Sanda and MMA techniques. He's known for his spinning back kicks and arm triangle grappling techniques. Basically, he can transition between striking and grappling, but we haven't seen him grapple much at all. Most of his fights are on the feet, where he likes to throw those kicks and those spinning kicks and those punches. He rarely uses his grappling. He's not that great on the ground when he gets taken down, and he has a hard time getting up. I'm going to go with Carlos Leal to get the win here. I think he actually finishes Salikov here. Give me Carlos Leal by knockout or submission. I think he has it in him to knock out Salikov or submit him on the ground. So I like Carlos Leal by finish here.
He actually subbed Alex Garcia in 2017.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, Salikov.
It's a long time ago, but I don't think he's going to get the robbery win if he gets the nod here from some shady business going on in Saudi Arabia here. So I really think there's a chance that Carlos Leal may get robbed again here, because we all remember how Renat Fakhretdinov got the robbery win off of him the last time they fought here. So I think there's a chance, I have a feeling there's a chance they got something in for Carlos Leal here, and they're going to find a way to give him a loss. So I'm seriously going to be looking at that. But
that's why I have Carlos Leal winning by finish. I think he has to get the finish, not leave it in the judges' hands, not leave it to the scorecards. And I forgot to mention, he's 10 years younger too, man. 31 to 41. I think he can finish him off.
I always think Salikov is on the verge of being finished, and then he gets a win or two. Just like now, he's on a 2-fight winning streak, beating Kenan Song and Santiago Ponzinibbio. That's where Santiago Ponzinibbio, we should have seen, okay, here is the perfect time for calling him washed up, would be July 13th of last year. But Salikov, I think he's pretty fun to watch. One of the reasons being the spinning kicks you mentioned. A lot of guys, when they spin around, most of the time, all in all, you got to say it's a detriment, because, you know, a guy can just hop on your back. Just like we saw with that fool Varetnikov spinning around ridiculously how many times, getting caught, and the guy couldn't do anything with it, just couldn't figure out a way to win that fight, got the split decision loss. Varetnikov should lose that fight simply because he tried that so many times. Muslim Salikov, on the other hand, does it often enough, but he's very precise at it and accurate, and if you get caught with one of those high kicks, man, there's a good chance you're going out. Also, he has a bit of ground game in his pocket, like he could, but there's no way he wants to. If he gets down there, he's going to try and get up, but he does know what he's doing down there, so he's not a fish out of water. Carlos Leal, if he comes in the way I believe he can and that we've seen, and on the right juice and all of that, just his aggression and his well-rounded game should be able to put away Salikov here. I like... he seems pretty durable to me also. He seems to have a good gas tank. And that Muay Thai striking, it's very good. I also like his knees that he blends in when he's coming forward to you. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it.
He's also much bigger than Salikov too. You'll see when come face-off time, he's going to be bigger and in way better shape too.
And sometimes he doesn't even jump on you. He likes to smash you up when he's over you and pounce on you in the right position. And I think he does have the killer instinct. And I don't know if we're going to see it, though. Hopefully we do. Because, I don't know, I just have a bad feeling about this fight with Leal. But the pick is going to be Carlos Leal by decision, knockout or decision.
All right, nice. All right, so now we're going to get to the main event here of the evening here. We got Bryce Mitchell against Said Nurmagomedov here.
This is a very, very tough fight to call. Here we got Bryce Mitchell coming down his weight after being outpowered by Gene Silva. He said it. He just said he felt the power. He was too weak to do what he wanted. He was getting tossed around. Figured it was the right time to come down. Said he doesn't. He said he had to eat more to get up in weight before, and now he doesn't have to do that. It makes a lot of sense. That's a rarity, I guess, where you have to actually struggle to make weight instead of cutting. But if that's true, it should be easy for him. And he said he always wanted to be at this weight anyway. With Bryce Mitchell, his striking is not spectacular, but he has decent enough kicks, which he uses primarily. Like he's primarily a kicker with his striking. But his bread and butter is his grappling, is his chain wrestling, and submission ability. Can't take anything away from him there. And also, very important in this fight to me, his endurance. He has a pretty good gas tank. For Said Nurmagomedov here, he's great on the feet. He is a Dagestani who knows his stuff on the ground, but where he likes to be and where he makes most of his money is on his feet. Very, very varied striker, which I like a lot. Also, very nice kicks. He spins around too. And in my notes, I would have mentioned it. Yeah, he's also pretty good at his spins. I would have mentioned it if he wasn't, but he uses them very good. He's dynamic, and I think he's pretty smart in there. But in the way he fights, and you see some of that shit he does, and you go, whoa, that stuff makes him tired. This is my worry for him. If he starts gassing out, I'm afraid it's going to lead to Bryce Mitchell winning this fight. But I think he's also a little more dangerous overall than Bryce Mitchell. He also is at home here for all intents and purposes, I guess. He's going to have the crowd behind him here. I'm going to slightly lean towards Said to get the win here.
All right, nice, man. So
that's it. Sorry, no, mainly because of the fact that he's at home, and sometimes guys don't always fight their best the first time they move in weight. So let's see how this one goes.
All right, I'm in agreement with you, man. I got Said Nurmagomedov as well. Bryce Mitchell, he relies too much on his Brazilian jiu-jitsu and his wrestling. He's known for his ground game there. He likes to get takedowns and get submissions. His striking is not that great. He like I said, he relies on his ground game with finishes, with submissions, and he's like a very good grappler. But that's all he really has. On the feet, he sucks. Said Nurmagomedov is known for his striking first approach, and he's a Dagestani fighter who often favors grappling, but he does know how to strike, and he's got very strong.
He's a striker. He's not a grappler.
No, I said he's a Dagestani fighter who often favors grappling. He's not like the normal Dagestani fighters who often favor grappling. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. He actually is more of a striker first. He's got very strong wrestling fundamentals, though. But he does know how to strike. And he's got very accurate striking and power. And he's a southpaw stance. So, while he's a striker, I think he's going to be able to piece up Bryce Mitchell on the feet. And if the fight goes to the ground, well, he's a strong grappler. And he definitely knows how to wrestle. So give me Said Nurmagomedov. I got him winning here by, I'm going to say he wins by knockout or decision. I think the submissions cancel each other out based on these two guys being really good at jiu-jitsu. So there you have it, folks. Our early predictions and breakdowns for the prelims. Stay tuned for our main card coming up next.
Like and subscribe.
Peace out, folks. KAMMA. Let's get it.